Welcome to St. Louis and Busch Stadium, home of the Cardinals since 2006. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Kansas City Royals taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about to get underway and getting to start, Eric Fetty. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
So here's the Royals DH, Jonathan India. And that's in for a strike. And that's how this game gets started. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Misses.
Nope.
It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
And that skips into dirt. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. The pitch. Sets him down looking. That was pretty nasty. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Just missed. Fetty in his 6th season, 32 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2014. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 2.
2 balls, no strikes.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, but he's in there easily.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Vinny Pasquantino now at the plate. Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Throw to third, save. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away. Just missed. That one not close. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No score here, but a runner at third with 1 down. Into center and a base hit. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. Pasquantino stands at first with one out. And that's downstairs and outside.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Next offering is down low. And that's outside. And ball four, two aboard.
Batting fifth, left fielder, Drew Waters.
Drew Waters stands in. First pitch misses.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
Misses again, 5 in a row.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Next offering upstairs.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
And they're all loaded up.
Two walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
Next to hit, John Ray. On the ground, a second, might be two. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the mound now, Chris Bubich. What do we have on him?
Well, he's allowing just over one base runner per inning, which is really good, especially for a starter, because these hitters get to see you 2, 3, maybe even 4 times in a start. So just shows you how deceptive and how effective his stuff is. We'll see if it's that way in this one.
Bottom of the first. Now it's the right fielder, Lars Nootbaar. That's a strike. 0-1.
Yep, that ball went out.
That's a little bit low.
2 balls, 1 strike. That's ball 3.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
In the air, right field, Ray on the run towards the line. And there's one down. Here's a Cardinals lineup now. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Mason Wynn in the box with one away as he takes ball one. And there's a foul ball. Here's a 1-1. That's inside.
Ball two.
Next offering is fouled back. One out, base is empty. Swings and misses. Pulled the string on the changeup.
He came out of his mechanics there.
Third,
Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way,
Brendan
but that time a little anxious.
Stepping in, Brendan Donovan. That's off the inside corner. 1-0. Two out, space is empty. And that one sliced foul. Next pitch is downstairs. In the air, left side. Waters on the move. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. All set for the start of the inning. Leading off, Nick Lofton.
Nick Lofton.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Ball one, no strikes.
Right through there for a strike. Gary Simmons, our plate umpire today, sort of has a reputation as a pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, a little bit of a wider zone than most, I'd say. And a wide zone can be tough to deal with as a hitter because you have to start expanding what you're looking for, covering both sides. And with the stuff pitchers have today, you're just not going to have a lot of success. Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And it remains 2-2.
Healthful.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Michael Massey steps in for the Royals. That's through there for a strike. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And it stays fair.
Batting ninth, center fielder Kyle Isbell.
So a man at first. And now it's Kyle Isbell. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Massey at first, one gone.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
And a swing and a miss. That K is his third of the game.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Jonathan India at the plate. Led off the game with a strikeout. That's in there. That's strike one. Two outs. There's a strike.
An at-bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
That one drilled left field. Fair ball. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
Here's Bobby Witt Jr. He won the high school home run derby in 2018. They held the events between rounds during MLB's home run derby at Nationals Park.
Such a cool experience for Bobby Witt Jr. He had 8 homers in 76 seconds, hitting in front of major leaguers and 43,000 plus fans inside the stadium. Man, my adrenaline would have been pumping in that moment.
That one's in there. That's strike 2.
Well, this is a higher leverage spot, and I love the way that he's turned things around. He's got 2 outs now ahead in this count, and he can pretty much dictate what's going to happen next in terms of the pitch sequence.
In the dirt. And a swing and a miss. Making 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Royals strand a pair, but they still lead it 1-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here comes Wilson Contreras.
Wilson Contreras.
And that's outside. Next offering is downstairs.
2 balls, no strike.
Right through there for a strike. Next offering is down low.
3 balls, 1 strike.
That's to third. Fair ball.
Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
And now it's Ivan Herrera. Gets the call. Strike 1.
That's just out.
Runner at first with no outs here.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so it's a good take by him.
Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Ground ball left side and foul ball. Next pitch misses way outside.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Full count.
Squirts away a little bit. Nice job behind the plate there. Nolan Arenado in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, now he's got 2 runners on after that walk, and things can get out of hand in a hurry in these situations, so he's going to have to find a way to get back into the strike zone.
Here's Nolan Arenado.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year. In the grand scheme of things, this at-bat might not feel important because it's early, but it could create a domino effect for things to come. Control what you can here and have a strong at-bat.
Just missed. First and second, no outs. Bottom half of inning number 2. Late swing, fouled off. And a count 1-2. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Here's the left fielder, Alec Burleson. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Two on, 1 out. That catches the corner. In the air, left field, down the line. Automatic double now as it hops the wall and foul ground. As a run scores.
Well, everyone is thinking, Ed, would the runner have scored from first if the ball stayed in the park? We'll never know, but they do get a run across with a chance to do more damage in the inning.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Pedro Pajes next up for the Cardinals. Chopper to second. Massey throws to first in time. Victor Scott, the next to hit.
This is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
And that one fouled off. Burleson at third with 2 away. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. That one just misses. Runner at third, 2 away.
Ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. End of 2 here at Busch Stadium. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Royals 1. Back here in St. Louis, on to the third inning. And to the plate for Kansas City, Vinny Pasquantino. Fetty back to work. There's a strike.
Well, these Royals showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Fouled off. He was late. The 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now batting.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Salvador Perez. He reached out a walk his first time.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Fought off foul. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. One down, base is empty. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And there's the ball.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
And that's in the dirt. The other way. That's a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. I don't know how he was able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Drew Waters. Walked his first time. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Tying run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And a swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Chases that one out of the zone. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
And here is John Rave. 0 for 1 so far. Smoked on the ground, a second. That's the 3rd out. Royals leave 1. They're down 2-1. Back here in St. Louis, and here is Lars Nootbaar.
Lars Nootbaar.
Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball. It's slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that just misses.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
And a breaking ball misses outside. Gets a piece and stays alive. Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
And up next for St. Louis, Mason Wynn. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. The shortstop takes the ball. And he hits a ground ball right side, and foul ball. The 1-1.
2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Broken bat, and it's popped up. Massey snags it for the 2nd out.
Up next for the Cardinals, second baseman, Brendan.
2 down, bases
Donovan.
empty. Now up for St. Louis, Brendan Donovan. Fly to left his first time. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
The 1-0. Slider right there. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely, if he's doing damage. Now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But, yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%.
That's to third. Gets it to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Redbirds down quietly. They lead it 2-1. The battle for Missouri rolls on as we go to the top of the 4th. Down to third baseman, Nick Lofton.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
The 0-1. Fouled off down the right side. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. Up the middle. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. Now it's the second baseman, Michael Massey. First pitch, not close. Nobody out, runner at first. In the air, left field, down the line, and it stays fair. And 2 on now as they try to rally here.
Wasting no
Now
time.
batting,
He's
the center
2 for
fielder,
2 now on the
Kyle
night,
Isbell.
and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Isbell digs in now. It's in and out of his glove. Still manages a throw. The throw comes in too late, and he reaches safely.
Tying run on third. He's looking to find a way to bring him home, and he gets it done with an infield single of all things. And that's probably not how he imagined the at-bat played out, but they'll absolutely take it.
Go-ahead run on base. And now Jonathan India, 1 for 2. And that one is downstairs. Ball 1.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
And that misses. Now 2-0. Movement in the bullpen. Sonny Gray, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Palante warming up as well.
Ball inside.
That one finds the zone. 3-1. And that'll load the bases.
Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Eric Fetty will depart, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, number 49.
Really tough spot to come into out of the bullpen. Bases loaded with multiple outs to get in a tight ball game. A lot can happen right here.
Bases loaded, nobody out. And next up for the Royals, Bobby Witt Jr. Golden opportunity right here. The MO for him is contact. A guy who's going to deliver average, not a ton of power. He's looking to hit a line drive somewhere.
Y'all, that's why it's a team. And when you look at a lineup, he's a great 2-hole hitter, or a guy that you could put at the bottom to help turn that lineup over to have some momentum for your top hitters coming up to the plate.
Bases juiced, no outs. Next offering is in for a strike.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Outside with a breaking ball. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. Now he launches a throw over his head.
No.
Now batting, the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino.
And now, Vinny Pasquantino.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
That one's in there, 0-1.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
In the air, left field. And that's a fair ball. One run is in. India coming home. And it gets by him. He'll score. 2 runs are in.
Very costly error in the outfield on that one. 2 runs come across, so that's just a tough one to swallow. You know, some errors you can get bailed out by your pitcher if he's able to work around it, but not here. The damage is already done.
Salvi steps into the box now.
A walk, and he's also singled.
Just missed.
Ball 1.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's a ball to strike. And that drops in for a strike. On the ground, right side. Donovan fires over to first. And they get Perez for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Drew Waters.
So up now for Kansas City, Drew Waters. A strikeout and a walk. Out to short, win. And they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Royals 5 and the Cardinals 2. Ready to go, bottom 4. Now up the Cardinals number 4 hitter, Wilson Contreras. That one ripped. In one hops off the wall, should be extra bases. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Ivan Herrera next up for the Cardinals. He walked and came around to score his first time up. Right through there for a strike.
You know, these Cardinals showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
And the 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that one ripped to left. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Here's Nolan Arenado. Went down on strikes his first time through. And that one upstairs.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Let's go, Nato.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. And a foul ball. The 1-1 is fouled off. Next pitch is outside. He was looking to come up with the shutdown inning, and off to a shaky start. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. In comes the run from third, and it's an RBI single, and now just a 2-run deficit.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Now the left fielder, Alec Burleson. He doubled home a run in his first AB. And that's a little bit high, and it's 1-0. There's the strike.
1-1.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Herrera, the lead runner at second. Arenado at first with no outs. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And that is a big first out. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Pedro Pajes.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
There's a strike.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning-ending double play, Boo.
That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in place somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Victor Scott, next up for the Cardinals. Struck out swinging his first time. And that is cut on and missed. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
0-2
Benny
the count.
really sells the changeup with that arm action.
2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Not close with that
2
one.
strikes.
Now 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. And now the count is even.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Two on, 2 outs. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
The battle for
Leading
Missouri
off for the
rolls on.
Royals, right
New inning
fielder,
getting started.
John
And now
Ray.
the right fielder, John Ray. That's in there. That's strike one.
Well, these
0-1.
Royals putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. That one missed.
That's out.
That pitch
Ball,
just
catching
misses
time.
the inside corner, and it's 2-2. And they'll do it again. And that one is in the dirt. Full count now. Strike three. Got him with the backdoor breaking ball.
Really good battle right there, and that final pitch probably
Now
could have gone
batting,
either way.
third
He was hoping he'd
baseman,
get ball
Nick
4.
Lofton.
Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards K.
Here's the third baseman, Nick Lofton. And that's in for a strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
That one outside. And 1-1. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Pajes hauls it in, 2 away.
Boy, that was a
Now
hanging
batting,
breaking ball
second
right there. I
baseman,
think he tried to
Michael
do a little
Massey.
bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Michael Massey steps in for the Royals. Splits the plate. Strike one.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Next offering is in the dirt. And there's
That's
a ball.
ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Good job to fight that one off. This one in the air. Arenado. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. So they make short work of him there. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Royals 5 and the Cardinals 3. Back Back here at Busch Stadium, John Shambi with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Lars Nootbaar. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Action in the pen down there. Michael Lorenzen up and loosening in the pen. Cameron, the lefty, warming up as well. Pitch misses there, and the count is 1-1. And that drops in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Two to count.
Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Man, it's so tough to adjust and catch up to a good fastball inside when all you're getting throughout an entire at-bat are pitches away. You're telling yourself, just let the ball travel so you can protect that outside corner of the plate. Then you get completely tied up. That right there was a great pitch for the punch out.
Digging in, Mason Wynn. 0 for 2 in this one. Late on that fastball.
All ones the count.
One down, base is empty. Gets under it and pops it up. They got it for out number 2.
Up next for the Cardinals, second baseman, Brendan
Donovan. Next up for the Cardinals. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. That one is absolutely belted. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Here's Contreras now. First pitch misses. Two outs and one in scoring position. Late with the swing there.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
A little bit high maybe, and it's 2-1.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back. So man into scoring position, and now the tying run comes to the plate. Last half of inning number 5. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Hard on the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So a 2-out double, but they don't score. We're through 5. It's the Royals 5 and the Cardinals 3. The battle for Missouri rolls on. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And to the plate for Kansas City, Kyle Isbell. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Movement in the bullpen for the Cardinals. Sonny Gray getting ready to go. And that one fouled off. Hit in the air, left field, Burleson. Makes the catch for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, designated hitter.
So
Jonathan
the Royals
India.
batting order turns over. And now it's going to be Jonathan India. That's outside.
That's off the plate.
Ball one. In the air, left field, Burleson in position. Hauls it in, and there's two away.
Up next for the Royals, shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
And next up for the Royals, Bobby Witt Jr. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
So two down. Vinny Pasquantino steps in for the Royals. First offering, and it just misses. Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Throw to second, ow, and that'll end the inning.
The catcher definitely looked ready for that stolen base attempt, got in position quickly, and a strike down to second base to end the inning.
Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Michael
Now pitching for
Lorenzen.
Kansas City.
Should be a good first matchup for him
Number
here. He's been doing a
24.
great job against right-handed
Michael
bats so
Lorenzen.
far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
Ivan Herrera
Leading off
getting
for
ready
the
to hit.
Cardinals, designated hitter, Ivan Herrera.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. Activity in the Kansas City bullpen. Angel Serpa, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Hoffman getting cranked up as well. This one lifted in the air, left field. Waters hauls it in, and there's one away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That
Now
front
batting,
shoulder coming open
third
instead of
baseman,
staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be
Arenado.
able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Arenado stands in now and watches strike one. The Cardinals down by a pair here in the bottom of the sixth. Late that time, and it's strike two.
I think he was sitting off
No
speed
ball,
there.
2 strikes.
And
One
ball
ball,
one.
2 strikes.
In the air, center field. Massey sizes this one up, and he makes the catch. And a couple of quick outs.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into
Now
the
batting,
outfield. There's
left
part of him that's
fielder,
saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But
Burleson.
he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. That clips the corner. Out there to center. Long run, tracks it down. That is the inning.
Now pitching.
Welcome
for
back.
The
We're in the
Cardinals.
7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound,
Number
JoJo Romero.
59.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
Vinny Pasquantino steps in for the Royals.
Vinny Pasquantino.
There's a strike. Romero in his 5th season, 28 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2016. Right through there for a strike. And that skips into there.
2 strikes.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And that's down and away.
2 strikes.
And now the count filled up 3-2. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. He's in there.
Now batting. Catcher.
Well, you don't see it very often, but every once in a while, a guy strikes out and still somehow ends up safe on first. And when it happens, you kind of scratch your head, but I guess sometimes a pitch is so nasty it makes everyone miss. Now they're going to have to get more than 3 outs in this inning.
Salvador Perez steps in for the Royals. And that one a little bit high. Runner on the go. And that one hammered Burleson. Long run on his horse. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double.
This is a tough play for the offense to stomach. I mean, they did everything right, but the automatic double just ruined the hit and run. The runner had a great jump from first, and at the plate, really good contact. Just a little bit of bad luck robbed him of a run.
Here's the left fielder, Drew Waters. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
This one smacked out to left center. Makes the grab. Here comes the runner from third. Throw is offline, and he scores. And they're up by 3.
Good piece of hitting right there. He's thinking off the bat, that's getting down for extra bases, but nice job of the outfielder running it down, making the catch. Still comes away with the sac fly, though. RBI.
John Ray.
Now it's the right fielder, John Ray. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. And the first offering is not close. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Perez over at second, 1 down. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Got him. 2 gone now. So up now for Kansas City, Nick Lofton, 1 for 3. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A two-run homer, his first homer of the year, and they add a pair. It's 8-3. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. JoJo Romero done for the night, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching.
Now on the bump, John King.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
So 2 away with nobody on. And to the plate for Kansas City, Michael Massey. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Just off the inside edge. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
Yeah. 3-2.
2 outs. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Ground ball up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. And that's a nice play to end the inning. 2-run shot for the Royals this inning. It's now 8-3. Major League Baseball is on the show. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the catcher, Pedro Pajes. Lorenzen back to work. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Looked like it was a little bit up.
1-1.
Upstairs. Next pitch is outside. And it's fouled away. High fly ball, right field. Ray drops steps, heads back on it. And there's one down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Scott in the box again. Takes a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
On the ground to third. Lofton whips it to first. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Cardinals, right fielder, Lars
2 outs, base is empty.
Nootbaar.
And now the right fielder, Lars Nootbaar. And that's in there for strike one. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And that's downstairs and outside. That one missed. Downstairs, and that's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Wynn stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. That one finds the corner. That's strike 1.
1-1.
Ground ball right side. It squirts through. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Brendan Donovan next up for the Cardinals. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
That one finds the zone. 0-2 now.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase.
Tosses across to first. That ends the frame. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. 8th inning coming up. Royals 8 and the Cardinals 3. We're at the top of the 8th. Here's the center fielder, Kyle Isbell. Not even close there. And that is ball 1. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. Andre Palante, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Gray also getting ready. The lefty, the 1-0. And that one pulled foul. The next offering misses. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Now batting.
Here's the Royals designated hitter, Jonathan India.
Let's get the easy 2 now. Let's go.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. That one to first. And he takes it himself for the out. Now, Bobby Witt Jr.
Shortstop.
We talk about guys
Jr.
with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. That to right. Nootbaar makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino.
And here's the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. And there's Here's a strike.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
On the ground to short. Win. Third out, and that ends the frame. So one left for Kansas City, but they lead at 8-3. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Taylor Clark.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Taylor Clark.
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate.
St. Louis, first baseman, Wilson Contreras.
Just missed. Bullpen action for the Royals. Noah Cameron, the rookie left-hander, appears to be getting going. And another ball.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
That one finds the zone, and a count 2-1.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
And he chases a high fastball there.
The high fastball, particularly for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it so well at eye level, but it's really hard to catch up and get that top hand to work on time.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Pereira in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
And that's off the inside edge. 1-1. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
This one in the air, center field. Isbell makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Up next for the Cardinals, third baseman.
So now it's Nolan Arenado. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
He swings and fouls one off. Oh, 2 now.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And Gary Simmons punches him out. That's a strikeout. And down in order go the Cardinals. Can't chip away at an 8-3 deficit.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Andre Palante.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Salvador Perez.
And first offering is fouled off.
Ball 1.
Tap foul at the plate. just misses the mark outside the zone.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That misses the zone, and it's 3-2.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
In the air, out towards left center. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Drew Waters.
Drew Waters steps in for the Royals. In there for strike one. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. 2 down, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder, John Rave. 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts and 2 groundouts. And he grounds one to the right side, and that chance handled. Throws to first in time, and that is that. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Bottom part of the order, 7-8-9, 2 up in inning number 9. Royals 8 and the Cardinals 3.
Now pitching for
Back
Kansas
now
City.
as they hand the ball to a fresh
Number
arm to start the
65.
bottom of the 9th. Noah Cameron.
Well, you see the ERA very solid, and that doesn't always tell you the whole story, but he's been really good so far this year.
Alec Burleson
Leading off
now at
with
the plate.
Cardinals, left fielder, Alec Burleson.
First pitch misses. That's down and in. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That one back. And in one hops the wall. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Pedro Pajes next up for the Cardinals. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. Now a long throw home. It's off the mark and he scores. And it's 8-4. Man at first, and now the center fielder, Victor Scott, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out.
Get on base here and keep building off this momentum. They're getting closer, but they still got some work to do.
Swinging a foul straight back. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 1. One on, nobody out, a run in here in the last half of inning number 9. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Here's a 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. The throw to second is offline.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters. And you can feel this crowd waking up a bit here as the guys are starting to make some noise with their bats.
And the Royals manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Noah Cameron won't go any further tonight.
Now
And the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on
53.
base. Back with a new pitcher after this. So they turn to their closer, Carlos Estevez.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
First and second, no outs. Nootbaar will hit next.
0 for 3 in this one.
1-0.
In the dirt, blocked. Swings through that one.
I got 1 ball, 1
Paez,
strike.
the lead runner out at second. Scott on at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a
1 ball,
hitter is get
2 strikes.
jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Next pitch misses, and the count is even 2-2. On the ground right side, 4, 6,
He's out.
3,
He's
and
out.
they turn the double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double
Now
play.
batting,
That was a thing of beauty
shortstop,
from start to finish.
Mason Wynn.
One out left for the Cardinals. Mason Wynn, the next to hit. That clips a corner. That one fouled off. 2 outs and a runner at third. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
And our final here today, 8-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.